Yeah, yeah. Welcome to another episode. Yo, welcome to another episode of Big Cat Podcast. And I am your host, Portis, aka Mr. Squad in Your Face, aka Mr. Intellectual himself. And I am with my co-host,
Mo got it.
aka
Live, either DOG. What's happening, y'all?
what's happening, everybody. What's happening? What's the deal with y'all? We want to welcome y'all back to another live one. We got another banger for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dottie, you ready to get into it? You ready to hit them with some fire?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. I see you now.
You see me?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see you
You see
now.
me?
You ready to get into it? You ready to
Oh yeah, yeah.
hit them with some fire?
Yeah. I had to lower my lights tonight. Nuke,
It's all
can you
good.
see me?
Yeah, I can. I see you in the. I see you. I see you.
All right.
So let's hit them with the topic, though, Mo.
The top is, why do men date insecure women?
Why do men date insecure women?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think men date insecure women, Gotti? Well, we got a video, right?
Yeah, we got a video.
You got a video? You want to show the video or?
Uh, yeah, I'll show the video.
Yeah, we show the video first and then we can talk about it.
All right, let me get my phone squared away in my TV.
Yes, sir.
I'm
So,
about to do it right now. Hold on.
yeah. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody, I want to thank everybody that hit me up on Facebook and on Instagram for my birthday wishes. Appreciate it, man. You know, I had a good time last night at the little club last night. Gotti and some friends took me out last night, man. I appreciate it. Definitely had a great time last night. And for today to actually be celebrating my birthday today, man, my 43rd. You know what I'm saying? Yo, everything was everything. So I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for the love. You know what I'm saying? It's all beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
Gotti,
right,
go ahead, hit it with the video.
all right.
For a woman who is insecure. Why do y'all do that? Because what I'm hearing as I'm listening to what y'all saying, there is a validation deficit. You need an insecure woman to make you feel secure. You need an insecure woman to validate an insecurity that you have. You came to my well of my water and you drained me to build you up. That ain't fair. We need to address that as well. Because why did you go to a woman who could build you
Thank you,
up me?
Reed. Thank you, Reed.
Enough for you to be able to find that woman. Why did you have to come to me? If you saw that I was already depleted and I'm trying to work on myself and everything else, why did your butt come over here and bother me? Why did you
Listen. Okay, that's the most dangerous thing about being a black woman. It's a hospital. It's a fire department. It's a shelter. It's a bank. It's an insurance company. It's a church. It's a temple. It's a car. It's a couch. It's groceries. And it's love.
That is not love.
No. You just know where to find it. You know where to find it. And that's the most dangerous thing about being a black woman is because you have to understand that every day when you wake up, every time a man approaches you, you have to understand that he could be homeless, broken, spiritual, physical, mental, but he knows how to perform. He knows how to text you. He knows how to call you. He knows how to send flowers to your job. He knows how to take selfies in the middle of the day, hit you with the thinking about you. Is looking for a place to stay. He's looking for a place to stay. Proceed with caution, because to your point, a man that's hungry is not going to go to the shelter. He can go to his girl crib. He's not going to go seek help from professional people.
And that's why we got to be full. That's why we have to be full, as full of ourselves as possible, so that you got to be able to smell homelessness. You got to be able to, you smell like a mama boy. Boy, you smell unemployed.
Okay.
All right.
That was a pretty good video, you know. Again, thank you, Ree, for the birthday shout out. I appreciate it. Insecure. Why do men choose insecure women?
What's your take on that?
That's a good one. I think a lot of men date insecure women, you know, to sometimes validate their masculinity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of men do.
Yeah, you know, like I think a lot of men do that sometimes just to, you know, hide their weakness, you know, because a lot of men aren't what we call alpha men. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of so-called alpha men do the same thing because they want to dominate over the woman.
Well,
I think a lot of them see a lot of people get misinterpreted when they say alpha man. You know, an alpha man, you could be an alpha like God was an alpha and omega, right? So God didn't try to dominate over the people. You get what I'm saying? He didn't try to dominate over the people. So when men make mistakes at when we get in relationships with women, we always trying to dominate the woman. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of men, I'm gonna say alpha men, so-called alpha men too, they get with women because they're insecure. They get with an insecure woman so they can feel secure within themselves.
Well, I was about to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like like a lot of these alpha men or so-called alpha men try to hide their femininity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By trying to be so masculine. You know what I'm saying?
Some men they have to feel they get with an insecure woman so they can feel secure, in other words, they need that woman to
need them.
Yeah, to feel like right, exactly. To feel like they the man. You know, they don't feel like they're the man when they're alone. They feel like when they get with certain types of women. That's why I say, you know,
low self-esteem women,
right.
Women that has low self-esteem, women that really don't have no type of confidence.
Right.
You know, a lot of these guys, because you know that they just looking for somebody to love them, and then they're looking at the way that these guys are treating them is the way that they supposed to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And it don't go like that. Right. But you know, when you don't know no better, you're gonna go for whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women that fall for these guys, you know?
Right, because they catch them in a vulnerable moment. You know, they catch those women when they in a vulnerable moment and they feel like they can use that woman to build their self-esteem.
So what's the most vulnerable moment?
Jimmy is in the building. You know, a woman can have a vulnerable moment anytime. She can lose somebody in her family. She can lost a job, or you know, a lot of times it could be some major tragic in their life. You know, put them at that state of mind. They're vulnerable. You know, And dude, some cats can they can read off that. They can read off that. Portis, you still there? I think we done lost him, y'all, but he will be back. But I'm willing to take, y'all comment. Let me see y'all comments. I want to see the comments tonight. How y'all feel about men, with insecure women? Do men need to date insecure women to feel secure? Okay, I think
There we go.
Okay, I just think we got him back. We got him back.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Give me 1 second. Let me get this TV rolling right quick.
All right, and when you get done, let's elaborate on that answer that you gave me back for the most reoccurringest the most reoccurringest time that a man can catch a woman in her most vulnerable position. What do you think?
Well, like I say, they catch him at a vulnerable when they're vulnerable. They catch him at like a tough time in their life. You know how some cats do, man. They catch a woman, she may be behind her bills or something, or some guys do it that way, or some guys just say a woman that had a heart broke. Just say a woman,
Mhm.
she financially she got herself together, but she didn't got her heart broke by another guy, and they whisper the sweet nothings in her ear, and hey, them cats get in, they catch at that moment. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I
So,
mean,
like, I mean, but I guess my question is more or less, what's the most? What would be what would be a situation that could happen more often than none, that we as men can catch a woman in an insecure or in a vulnerable state? What type of
uh,
situation would we
what,
catch them in?
well, I just named one of them, well, a few of them. Like I say, just say she been hurt. She done dated somebody. She been hurt by somebody, right? Just say a guy done destroyed her. Made her,
Okay.
brought down her self esteem. Made her feel like she, was nothing. Then another guy come along, and he's an insecure guy too, but he's smart enough to say, well, look, I'm gonna make this woman feel a certain way,
Right.
so I can move in, and she can make him feel a certain way, and she can
Right.
make him.
You
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 get what I'm
you
saying?
you telling me, but you not like I'm trying to.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no, no. What I'm trying to say is, he would use that woman to make him feel a certain way, but
I
he's
get
catching
that
her
part.
at a vulnerable moment.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That
Right, but what
see,
I'm saying is, with the vulnerable moment, I'm saying a situation. So it's like, yeah, you saying certain things, but you're explaining, but you're not actually telling me. So like I'm saying, like, would it be, like a woman gets caught up in a situation where, like you said, the bills are backed up? Is that
right,
more often to happen than a woman catching her man cheating on her, which leads her into a vulnerable position? Or is it, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Or could it be like a death in the family and she just needs somebody to talk to or whatever, and she's vulnerable then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what the most occurring in situations we as men catch women in their most vulnerable is, that leaves them so wide open for us to just be able to just sink our teeth in and just be like, I got me one.
But see, look, I just told you. I told you it's different things that women they dealing with within their life. They may be dealing something with their child or whatever.
Okay.
He can catch a woman. She could be in a situation where like she got a child she having trouble with, and he may catch her then. She
But
she
what's
she's
more,
at the low
but
she's at the low moment of her life.
right, but with her being at that low moment of her life, which is more which is more bound to be the reason why she's there? That's the question that I was asking you.
No, no,
Like the reason why she's
I
there.
understood. I understood what you were saying. I'm just giving you uh different scenarios on how women get insecure,
Right, I
and
get
then
that,
what.
but
Right.
that's not what
The
I was
woman.
asking.
I'm saying like sometimes a woman can lose somebody. She can lose a father, a mother, or a child or something.
Right,
She,
those
she,
are
she
all ways that she could fall insecure, but I'm saying which is the one that's most likely to be the most occurring reason. Like
what I mean,
like
what?
all
Well, you give me one. Give me one of yours then, because I didn't gave you
no,
one of mine.
no. Yeah, you gave me one. I'm saying what I'm asking you is which one is more likely to happen more often than none for women to be vulnerable as they are. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like
it.
I say, like different scenarios, different situations. Like
What's going on, Passport TJ?
Passport TJ is in the building. No,
Definitely in the building.
like I told you,
I'm listening.
woman that got her heart broke. You know what I'm saying? She's
Yeah, but is
vulnerable,
that more? But that's what I'm asking you. Is
and,
that more
like I say,
likely to happen than 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 a woman getting cheated on, or is it more likely to happen that a woman is financially in trouble? Is it more likely to happen that you know what I'm
just say
saying? That's what I'm asking you. I'm
no,
not
no.
asking about the
It's
scenarios. I'm just
it,
asking you out of the scenarios that you're telling me, which one is more likely to be the more occurringest reason why women are as vulnerable as they are.
Porter. I am not a woman. All I can do is just tell you different,
I know you're not a woman. I'm just
different,
getting your perspective on
different
it. You feel
situations
me?
that I have seen with dealing with
Right.
women that
Well,
I have.
okay. Now, out of the situations that you have seen,
Right,
which ones was more occurring? Was it more women being cheated on? Was it more women being in financial trouble? Or was it more, you know what I'm saying? Which one was more occurring?
more women being cheated on.
Oh,
Let me tell. Have you ever
okay,
like
okay,
okay like I'm gonna put it to you like this right here.
okay.
Just say this right here. Just say this.
Mhm.
When you mentally abuse a woman, you can
Okay.
bring her low self-esteem down. So she feels insecure. So certain men they can read on that.
Right,
You get what I'm saying?
right.
Just like you can physically abuse a woman, you can mentally abuse a woman. So
You said you said
her
you can
insecure.
visually
No, you mentally can abuse a woman.
right. I thought you said you can visually abuse a woman.
No, no, mentally. You can
Okay.
physically. You can physically abuse a woman. You can mentally abuse a woman.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
Right. So what I'm trying to tell you is that's one of the number one reason why a lot of women do feel insecure and uh, prior relationships that they was in.
So they're mentally broke down.
Right.
Okay.
So
So then a mental breakdown is more occurring to happen than them being cheated on, them being actually in debt or in trouble or whatever. What I'm saying is more mentally and broken down.
right,
That's that's the most reoccurringest thing happening with women being more insecure, right?
right.
Okay. Okay, so that was my question that I got answered. Okay,
Right,
I'm
right,
back
because
with you now.
right, because some that's being mentally abused is probably almost just as worse as being physically abused. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can mess a woman mind up for life. In each relationship she get in, she's insecure, and certain men inse- insecure women attract insecure men. You know,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So when an insecure man give it an insecure woman, you know, he he's trying to use her to build himself back up. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right. They're not working together.
right. You know, so like I said, when I hear women say certain things like, well, I'm too he's I know you done heard the word when women always say like, well, I'm too much for him, or I intimidate him or whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because in certain cases when they say that, sometimes they be truthful. So because a lot of men, they do feel intimidated by a confidence woman, a woman with a lot
A
of confidence.
confident woman.
Right. So
So yeah, I agree.
some men do,
I
uh,
agree.
but I can go on and go on, on this topic, but it's really ain't too
I
much
know.
to
I
say
hear you,
about it.
bro. I
It
hear you.
really it's really not too much to say about it, but it's just how it is, certain energies attract other energies. Certain
So is
demons,
it true?
certain demons feed off other demons people deal with. So
So
it's
is
just
it
how it is.
true what that saying is about having to be able to match energy? Is that a true statement? You need to be able to match energy.
I would say so. I would say so.
You think so, or you would
Yeah,
say so?
I
Okay.
would say so.
All right. I
Uh,
respect that.
right. I would say so because the fact of the matter is, you remember we had a show. It's been a few shows ago when we was talking about, when you were saying that a woman should try to like build a man up or whatever.
A
Like
woman should try to build a man
like
up.
like like you remember you saying it. I can't remember what show it was, but we had like a little debate on that. And
Yeah,
when I was telling you, when a man step into the relationship, he should be already
he should be
built up as
already.
a man. Right, right,
Yeah.
right. See some men, they look for insecure women to do that, and an insecure
Hmm.
woman can't do that. And then,
Hmm.
a woman that's already put together, a woman already got herself together, uh, emotionally, all the above. She's not gonna do that. You get what I'm saying? So the man tends to go find that insecure woman, instead of getting with that woman that's confidence and got everything. She's got everything in order. Y'all got to excuse me tonight. Uh, Going out last night got me kind of up under the weather a little bit. But hell, I'll be all right.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
I appreciate you
Yeah, I'll be all right.
stepping out last night. We had a
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, yeah. I paid for it
Definitely
today,
had a
though.
ball.
Paid for it.
Yeah,
But
I'm still paying for it.
yeah,
I'm
I
still
gotta
paying
drink me
for
some
it.
more water. All that drinking I did last night. But
Yes.
as I was saying, I don't. We don't have too many people in here tonight. We don't have too many comments or whatever. But we just speaking the truth on that. We're not here to bash the women. We're not here to bash the men. But our women, they go through a lot. We got to start like just being honest. I could tell even last night at the club. You could tell when you say certain things to women or how you approach a woman. You can tell that they insecure. Or they in an abusive relationship, or you can see it. You sometimes when I walk up to a woman, I can feel the energy that she done been through some bull. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to curse tonight, but she done been through it. You know what I'm saying? So
So,
you can
so is
tell when,
that a red flag?
of course, of course, of
So,
course. For certain men, yes. Unless
okay.
you a therapist or a preacher or somebody, you can deal with it. But uh, a everyday man, you know that's a lot of work. That's a
Yeah,
lot of work dealing with insecure women. That's a
yeah,
lot of work, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of work dealing with an insecure man.
yes, sir.
But I will say this right here: a lot of women, they're not gonna deal with an insecure man. If a woman see any type of insecurities in you, she ain't fucking with you.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? She's
yeah.
not. She's not gonna mess
Okay.
with you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
women like confidence. They like a man with confidence. You get what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. They definitely want a man with confidence. They definitely um want someone who's going to feel like they're going to be their protector, provider, all of that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's just a lot
we
of
got
guys have.
we got Erica in the building. Erica say happy
What's up?
birthday.
Thank you, Erica. Appreciate you.
In the building. Erica,
Thank you.
Erica ain't gonna deal with no insecure man. Erica want her a confidence man to come in with confidence and leave and pay them bills and lead her the way. She ain't gonna deal with no insecure man. A lot of women
Mhm.
will not deal with an insecure man. You know what I'm saying? But men will deal with insecure women all day long.
All day long
Yeah.
until they get fed up.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work dealing with
You
an
know,
insecure woman.
that's why I told you back, back way back, when we had a couple shows back, I told you that a relationship is always gonna be work. You know,
Yeah, it work. Yeah. And
from the time you start in a relationship, I mean, from the time y'all make it official, it's work.
yeah. And then on top of that, a lot of insecure women, they don't appreciate certain types of good men. Like if a man want to come in and try to do something different from what the last guy did, they don't appreciate that because their insecurities are just so gone with it. When a real man, I'm not even going to use the word alpha man, but when a real man with a real genuine man come into the picture, they don't know how to accept that.
Well, why is that? Well, I mean, besides the fact that
Happy birthday, Mr. Risk It All.
who was that?
Now I see it at the bottom of the screen. Happy birthday,
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Risk
yeah,
It
yeah,
All.
yeah, 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 yeah. Bo,
Yeah, but
Bo, looking out. I
yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah. But
But
as y'all, yeah. But what?
but-
But go ahead, go ahead.
well, I mean, all I was saying was it's just that, like like you were right about like some women don't know how to appreciate certain men because of it,
No, they
certain
don't.
insecurities that,
They
huh?
don't. They really don't.
Right,
You know, you,
because
you,
of
you know, like I say, when you hear a lot of women out here, like I said, I ain't on here to bash the women, but when you hear a lot of women out here say, "Well, I want this certain type of man," I I want this, I want me a man to come in and be nice to me, bring that chivalry, bring the chivalry ways back in and all that. And when they find that man, they don't know how to, they don't really can accept that man for who he is
Mhm.
because of insecurities. You get what I'm saying? So
Well, yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the main issue. The reason why a lot of women can't deal with like nice guys because of their insecurity. I'm not speaking on all women. I'm just speaking on
Okay, so let
some
me
women.
ask you this. So what do you think? So what do you think some of their insecurities are that come from appreciating that good man,
Because
that decent man?
because they have it's a lot. It's a lot of times it's the way they grew up. Number one.
So
Number two is it's a it's a lot that it's a lot of different relationships they have been in with different men. So
okay, so would it be
they get accustomed to that type of man.
so would
That
it be fair to say that they're traumatized in their past relationships or in their upbringing?
like a lot of women are traumatized, and like a lot of men, a lot of us are traumatized also as men. You know, man, we can get traumatized too now from being
Oh yeah,
in
we definitely get it.
right,
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
like I said, I don't want to sit here and just put it all over the women because that wouldn't be right because they're just as they're just as many damaged men out there than there are damaged women. So
Right.
it's just how it is.
Absolutely. 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 I mean, it does go both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
With insecure men, insecure
that's
women.
why I think people ought to heal. Like they ought to heal within inside. All over. Get yourself together before you
Hmm.
even try to attempt to be in a relationship with somebody. Make sure you're healed within yourself because when you bring that to somebody else, that energy feeds off, it feeds off to them. It makes them feel like, hey, you know, damn, this person come in and they trying to add toxic to my life. You know what I'm saying? They bringing toxic energy into this. Well, I wouldn't even say relationship, situationship. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with what type of women you try to approach, what type of
Hmm.
women you try to bring into your life,
Hmm.
and vice versa. Women got to be careful with the type of men that they try to bring into their lives. You know what I'm saying? So, because that toxic energy, that toxic bad energy, it, it, it can it can shorten your life.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, with
Yeah.
stress. Yeah, I know you done heard the word stress. Stress kills. Stress kills.
Stress
You know,
definitely. I mean, it is. I mean, it's it's definitely one of the silent killers of us black people. You know what I'm saying? So
right?
definitely have to keep that in check. Um, but at the same time, though, with these insecurities and being coming from different parts of your life or whatever. So now that we know what these insecurities are, you know what I'm saying, and why these guys pick these women with these certain insecurities, I guess my next question is, you instead of looking at the insecurities as the downfall, how can we reverse how we look at these insecurities and help these women, or these women help these men get over these certain insecurities? What can we do? What is the solution? I guess I'm asking.
What is the solution? The solution is,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, I think before you try to date somebody, you need to be healed as a person. Heal. You got to be healed. You got to. You can't bring something that you got from this relationship into this relationship.
Right.
So
Right.
you got to be healed as a person.
Right.
You can't bring the problems that you had with this person to this person. That's not fair to that person.
Right. I
You
agree.
know what I'm saying? So uh, that's number one. We got to do that. Number two, we got to start. People got to start respecting the other person's feelings. A lot of times we don't respect the other person's feelings. And when you
Okay.
don't have respect for another person's feelings,
Mhm.
you're not a healed person. You're not healed, So
So so basically, before you can help heal somebody else,
you got to heal.
you need to heal
You got to be
yourself
healed.
first.
Yeah, you got to heal yourself first.
All right, I
Yeah,
respect that. I like that in you. I like that.
yeah. It's kind of quiet out here tonight.
It's
I
all
guess
good, bro.
everybody getting ready to go back to work tomorrow.
Everybody going to bed kind of early tonight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hmm.
It's all good though, man. I just wanted to, we wanted to make sure that we come on and still do what we do because this is what we do,
Yeah,
So
So give me your intake on why why men need insecurity women. Well, why men need to, they need an insecure woman to feel secure. You know, as a man, as a whole, not
you
just in a
know, I
relationship.
well, I'm gonna just put it like this. Not just as a man or not just as a woman. I'm gonna just say as a person, period. Everybody, everybody needs uh everybody needs love, man, some type of way, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
deserves everybody deserves to have somebody. Um, and it's a shame on how we choose to go about it.
right, right,
But at the same time, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't applaud nobody that preys on people, you know. Um um I just feel like I just feel like, whoever's out there for you is gonna be out there for you.
right,
And and just just don't be looking for just don't fall into something that somebody's saying just because they saying it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Love is earned. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something that's just, given. You know what I'm saying? People should earn your love. They should earn your trust. They should earn your loyalty. You know,
right,
that's what help a person come from about them insecurities because, no one's just gonna just change overnight. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And as long as it took for that person to get into that state of mind that they're in with those insecurities, it's going to take that much time to get that person up out of that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So you have to be patient. You have to be willing to be open minded to what their life was like. You know,
right,
um, you have to be kind and knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that every situation ain't gonna be to your tasting, but at the same time, shit, you still try to give them the same courtesy that you would want for yourself. And that's all I'm looking at, y'all, is that is that uh is that, I don't I don't necessarily want a woman with insecurities, but at the same time though, ain't nothing wrong with having a woman with insecurities if you're gonna be there for her for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, everybody deserves a chance for love, but I still think a woman needs to be healed before she decide to get into another relationship because it's not gonna work.
Well, yeah. That's her, him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
any
yeah,
one of
yeah.
us because
I
no
mean,
one
us
wants to
men,
be dragging that extra baggage into a relationship.
right.
You feel me?
Us men, we do that from we still have, like I said, that's why and this is what I believe for real. I believe everybody should have just dated one person. Like I'm talking like from your teenage years. Everybody, because when you deal with so many different types of personalities, people that's spiritual, they use spirits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with different types of personality, you done had sex with different people. That that that, that goes into when you get into a new relationship, you're dealing with all that past drama you done went through with other people. That that causes a lot of toxic when you're trying to like have something else with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think when you done dealt with too many, and that go for men and women. When you done dealt with too many people in your past, I think I think that's toxic. You unless you done healed yourself all the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any
Yeah.
sense, but that's why a lot of relationships don't last because people done dealt with too many people.
Mm.
You know,
So you saying that
when you
they
right when you,
that, that they spit, you know.
man when you done dealt with, I'm telling you, man. You know, I ain't saying I'm an all the way spiritual person, but I do believe that dealing with different women makes us men toxic. And so we tend to go look for insecure women to try to build up the drama that we have dealt with in our past relationships, and we try to use another woman to make us feel a certain way.
I can say that some. I'm not gonna say that that's all the way correct, and I ain't gonna say that you all the way wrong. I feel you both ways because yeah, I can see that, but sometimes I can see that a little different.
No, I'm just saying, when you dealing with a whole, just say you done had 500 women. That's 500 spirits you done dealt with.
Well, that's if you well, oh, okay, but that's
I
if you
don't care if
believe
y'all
in
had a
it in
one
that
night
way.
stand or
Yeah,
anything. I don't care. I mean, it's you
I
still
mean,
taking a
but
part of that
that's if
person
you
with you into the next relationship.
yeah, but that's if
I
you
just
look at it
believe it.
in that aspect of it because it's like you said, some people do believe in spirits, some people
Right.
don't. Some people just believe in that they just hitting a lot of women and nothing else to be coming about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
Or
knock.
or or
I
or a woman just sleeping with a lot of men. She thinking ain't nothing gonna come about that. I,
right.
I'm I'm telling
I
you,
don't I don't knock it neither way it goes. That's how
you see a lot of
that's
people
how
like
they
think
think. And that's how
like, and I'm not judging people. You do what you want to do. Now, y'all, I'm not judging. But what I'm saying is, that's that's got to be the problem. The reason why certain people can't be happy within themselves and be happy within a relationship. Because they done dealt with too many people. I mean, Lord knows, when it comes to me, I wish I could have just dealt with one person and been with that person for 30, 35 years. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, everybody's not that blessed. But
mm,
I think people have, if you look at like long marriages, a lot of those women and those men, they have a healthy state of mind. They have a lot of peace. I'm not saying that it was perfect or whatever, but they tend to be more here. They tend to be peaceful within themselves a lot of times.
because I
And
I like those type of couples because that shows me those type of couples shows me
they
of
put
what
work in.
longevity is
Right,
really for. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
They put work
It,
in. Think about our grandmothers and stuff. Our grandmothers didn't deal with a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? You can maybe one or two. You get what I'm saying? Because and that's why they were the way way they were. All those women back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Them women didn't deal with different men because we didn't have social media and all this stuff. What we got nowadays, hell, shit, they got married real young and they didn't they didn't deal with all those different type of spirits in them. They dealt with maybe one or two.
Right.
I don't think it's good. I mean, like I said, I'm not judging, but that's got to be it. And you might have some people may be out here looking at it. He'll judge. No, I'm not. I'm just going by what I see.
Well, I mean, I mean, everybody got their views. You know what I'm saying?
That's what make some women feel insecure, dealing with all these different men that don't have the right intentions.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that they
some
have the
of
right
that,
intentions for them in the first place.
yeah, but some of that got to fall on her because she has to see that the guys that she's picking ain't the right type of guys. So, yeah, sometimes got to be faulted for picking
Let,
women that
let,
got
let,
messed up
let,
insecurity.
let, let me ask you this right here.
Excuse
Let
me.
me ask you this right here.
Mhm.
I had an uncle of mine. I'll make this real fast. One of my uncles told me, he said, look, before you go and you want to talk to that girl or whatever, make sure you got the right intentions because you don't want to be the one to cause emotional drama within her. You don't want to have that on your conscience.
True.
So
I've heard
so
that plenty of times.
so in other words, if me myself, if I'm seriously trying to like talk to somebody, get with somebody, I'm gonna have the right intentions, and that's why I try to tell a lot of young guys before you go out here and you try to sleep with these women, try to date these women, have the right intentions. Don't go in there and just use a woman for your to, to validate you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
go in there and talk to that woman, man, and have the right intentions. That's up to her if she's going to accept your right intentions or not. If she don't accept it, that's on her. It won't be on you. It won't be on
Right.
your conscience. You'll be able to go to sleep at night. That's something she has to deal with. But when you go out with these women, you trying to date these women, have the right intentions. Because if you
Well,
don't, you gonna lose your blessing later on in life.
that's true. True.
You got to treat people right. You treat people wrong, God not pleased with that. He's not pleased with that. So,
Well, you took him to church tonight,
oh yeah,
Gotti.
that's just and I'm not just speaking church, or
Right.
I'm not speaking religion tonight. I'm speaking life.
You say facts, huh?
Well,
You say
life,
facts. Facts of life.
right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey man, I'm with you when you right, man.
You
I can
got,
never go against you, man, when you
when
right.
we go out here and try to holler at these women, you know, if they know I'm playing, they playing, yeah, we can have fun with it or whatever. I know I play with women. What's up, hollering at them and stuff like that. But if I'm sincerely trying to talk to a woman, put time into a woman and all that, before I tear down her insecurities, I'm not gonna talk to her. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I want to build that woman. If anything, I want her to be secure with herself. I want to build it
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to tear her down. I want to build her up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I'm with you.
So
I
that's
hear
why I
you.
say, when one of my uncles told me that, he said every time you talk to a woman, always have the right intentions.
Well, I'll tell you this right here, Mo. Whatever Mrs. Gotti if they're gonna be a Mrs. Gotti, boy, she gonna be lucky when she gets you. You hear me?
Well, it's a lot of Mrs. Gottis out there.
Thank you,
I'm just
thank
joking.
you, Miss Gillis. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
What Gillis? I don't see her. Where she at?
She just hit the. She just hit me with a happy birthday. Thank you,
Oh,
thank
okay,
you.
okay.
I enjoyed myself last night. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, there it is. I seen it late. There it is, Miss
Yeah,
Gillis. Happy
yes.
birthday, Port. She said, "Happy
Thank,
birthday, Port."
thank you. I enjoyed myself last night. I really did. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yes.
You know?
But that's just how it is. You got when you talking to these women, you got to have the right intentions.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you definitely gotta have the right
you can't.
intentions, man.
Yeah, because you may destroy that woman for the next man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
you.
why that's why I done dated some women and I done treated some women right, and then when I see them now, they
Mm-hmm.
married. They married.
Married.
You know? Yeah, they married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they didn't got they done met that next guy and I treated him right. Then they meet that next guy. That's what they get used to.
And
So
you saying he's saying thank you, Mo Gotti.
that's right, because I didn't heal the damaged wounds. So I prepared her to get married.
So you
Oh,
didn't prepare her to
no.
get married to you. You prepare her to get married for somebody
I
else.
mean, I'm tripping, but but seriously, that happens a lot. No, seriously, because
Is it?
look,
It
because
do?
a woman can prepare me. Like I can date somebody and I can go through something with this woman right here and meet the next person and know not to treat that woman the way I treated that woman.
That's the
And we
yeah. That's
and we end
true.
up having a healthy relationship.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've learned the same thing. So I mean, I can definitely agree with you on that. Like I said, I'm going through the same thing. So I definitely
Yeah,
understand. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
the healing process,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You definitely have to heal yourself before you can go heal somebody else or try to even heal them. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So everything you saying making sense to you. I got to give you a big cap on that, man, because sometimes me and you disagree, but tonight you've been on point.
Right,
Tonight you definitely been on point with this with these insecurities and stuff. But let me ask you this.
right.
I mean, because I asked you earlier, but I don't think you really answered it. But is it any fault of the woman of her insecurities or the man of
I
his
wouldn't say
insecurities?
it's.
Either or.
I'm gonna tell you something. I wouldn't say it's either fault. I wouldn't say it's the man fault. I wouldn't say it's the woman fault.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the way a person grow up can make them be an insecure person. It's
Mhm.
a lot of times it's not all with her past relationships too. Now I should have brought that back up earlier, but
Okay.
that's not always the case. A lot of times it's a way that the way they grew up, the way they was raised.
Okay.
Some women are some women and men being called, "Get your ugly self out my face," this and that.
Hmm.
Calling the child ugly, this and that, or people, like just belittle, the person, and they grow up and they have insecurities. Different things bring on insecurities in people. You know what I'm saying? But the
I
main,
understand that. I got you.
but but the main um, reason is past relationships.
Affirmation.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Uh, that mental abuse, man, is something serious.
So, do you think past relationships are more occurring reasons why women are insecure more than what?
It's a lot to do with the way they grew up too. Now, don't get me wrong. Now,
Okay,
with
yeah. Now with that,
the way they
so
grew up, but
so if you
really,
put those two, so if you categorize it with those two, which one would you think would be more occurring? The abuse in past relationships or the upbringing of a child?
we I'm about to get real. I'm about to
We
get
only got
real.
5 minutes, so you can't get
We
too
only got
real.
5 minutes. Check this out right here. When a woman, just say if a woman, she's as a child, she's been molested or something like that.
Okay.
She done went through some type of trauma when she was young or whatever. That can bring a lot of insecurities in her also, because and a lot of women go through that.
Hmm.
That it's you can love. I mean, and those are the women we fall in love with, but it's hard to love those women because of what they went through as a young girl, and
And
that
they can't let it go.
right. They can't heal themselves from that.
Hmm.
So that may be even worse than being mentally abused from a ex-boyfriend or something. So
Okay, so
I mean,
before you go on to your next part, what are some signs that shows you that if a person like that, whether it's male or female, if they were traumatized as a child, what are some signs that they show that'll show you that they have been, messed
I mean,
with when they
I
were
mean, sometimes you can't really tell because some people know how to hide it. They know how to hide it. They know how to hide. They hide stuff well. So
but are they
they
but are they hiding it because of embarrassment, or they hiding it just because they don't want nobody to know what they went through?
um and both and then
Both.
like sometimes I can tell if somebody done been through because they're very protective of their kids, and
Okay.
that's very understandable. I mean,
Right.
I was protective of my son also, but you can tell when a woman has been through something. You know, she's a little stronger. In
Yeah.
other in certain areas. That's why I say some women you get with, they're stronger in areas where you weak at. You get what I'm saying? That's why I
Right.
say some people they're compatible with each other
Right.
in that sense right there. But you can tell sometimes. Sometimes you can't tell.
Right.
A woman that went through some type of, even if she been and got raped in college or something. She get an emotional, unbalanced emotional sense about herself.
Emotionally unbalanced. Right. 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 I'm
Right,
feeling you.
right, right.
We go.
So all that go hand in hand with being insecure, being an
Mhm.
insecure woman. And like when you asked me earlier, it is a million things that a woman can make a woman feel insecure.
Uh-huh.
But my thing is the bad thing about that is us men, we try to feed off that. And that's unfair to the woman. You know,
Well, I can I can definitely dig that, and I understand that. You know,
right.
is it's definitely unfair, and it's kind of a cruel thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But as men that's trying to survive instead of trying to live, that's the type of things that we do
What
when ignorance is a bliss.
so
You feel me?
so if a man, if he's trying to survive, is that fair to feed off somebody else?
But they always say another man's trash is another man's treasure.
No,
So
I'm not even speaking on that matter. I'm speaking on,
no,
is
I'm
that
saying
fair?
I'm saying what you saying. I'm just looking at it as a whole because a lot of people don't look at a lot of folks don't look at what they're doing when they're feeding off of somebody else's insecurities. They don't look at that like they're doing something wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So they looking like that whatever somebody else wouldn't put up with, I'm willing to. So they gonna have to deal with they're gonna have to deal with what comes with me dealing with what I have to deal with for them.
Right.
Some people make it seem like it's justified. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not. You know what I'm saying? We know it's not. But some people try to justify it, and it's wrong.
Right.
But don't definitely double back on this one. This was definitely a good one. I can appreciate conversations like this because we be needing to go a little on the softer side for certain situations like this, man. You know what I'm saying? So um we definitely reached our time for tonight, everybody. You know, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Big Cat Podcasting.
Yeah, we didn't
Bo
have
Reefer,
we didn't have too many comments. We be needing those comments, the shares, the likes. We need all that to come on in. You know,
yeah.
it's kind
Well,
of
we know we know everybody coming off of the New Year
yeah.
break and the Christmas break and they get ready for work. So we get y'all past this night. But y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we in it for the comments. We in it for the conversation. You know what I'm saying? For the
Yeah,
engagement. So
right. We like we now big cat. We like to hear y'all feedback. We like to
definitely
hear the people opinions. You know, not just our opinion, but we want to hear y'all opinion. Y'all
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 opinions too.
y'all opinion matters more than our opinion because
Yeah,
you know we all are real people, so we're dealing with everybody. Y'all and us, we are dealing with issues in life. We're dealing with different issues, so we want to hear y'all opinion. Y'all opinion matters more than ours. So hey,
that's right. So
we want to hear.
definitely hit us up.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
hit
y'all
us up.
come on here and we want to hear. You know, so we're dealing with everybody. Y'all and us, we are dealing with issues in life. We're dealing with different issues, so we want to hear y'all opinion. Y'all opinion matters more than ours.
That's right. So
We want to
definitely
hear.
hit us
Don't
up.
hurt me again.
Bo Reefer, hit him up one time, bro.
Yo, appreciate everybody tuning in, man. See y'all next time.
AKA Bo Simmons was in your ear, man. Gotta give him something before we get up out of here, bro.
I, w- I will say this right here before we catch out, before we get up out of here. Hey, y'all keep God first. Number one, um, fellas, take care of your families, take care of your kids, take care of if your mother's still alive, your father's still alive, you take care of them. Just try to treat people right in general. You know, just try to stand on what's right. It's a lot going on in the world right now, and we just gonna pray that 2026 be a safe and prosper year. You know, so
So
we got to stay prayed up, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's some things we really can't talk about on this social media, but it's some things that's going on in the world that's the man upstairs he ain't pleased with. So I just want to let y'all know.
well, y'all know what it is over this way, man. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes again. Bo Reefer, thank you for the birthday line down there, man. Thank y'all for the birthday shout outs, Erica, Shaquana, and everybody else that know me know that it was my birthday today, man. I definitely
Yeah,
appreciate y'all for the birthday
damn,
shout
bro.
outs. Man, we had a good time last night. Shout out to the MLK Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely showed out. We definitely had a good time. Um, and again, y'all, this is 2026. Let's make this year the best year, man. Make your next move your best move. Peace to the planet, man. With much love. With much love, man. We say thank y'all, man. We are out of here.
Y'all stay prayed up.
Peace.